Today was a close one, or this morning was a close one. Got right up under a longbeard as he was on the roost. Or gobbler, I don't know if it was a longbeard. Got right up under a gobbling turkey on the roost. I could hear, you know when you get close enough to a turkey, you hear his chest rattle when he gobbles? That's how close I was. I flew down to the opposite ridge. There ended up being like, I don't know, 2 or 3 different gobblers in there. Smells down this creek bottom. 2 or 3 different gobblers in there. And they ended up drifting off away from me. But looking at the Onyx maps, there's actually somebody drive all the way down this road. I'll never understand some people driving all the way down these roads. Anyway, looking at the Onyx, there was a trail, kind of like a jeep trail that skirted the military crest of the hill, the ridge that I was on, and it actually went back around in front of those turkeys. So I jumped up that top of that ridge, took that trail all the way around them, and actually cut them off. It seemed like they were trying to head to the main road to probably cross it onto the other creek bottom. But went around, I ended up getting in front of them, and I feel like I saw one. I feel like I got one. I was able to strike them a couple times with the call, but man, you had to put the cold to it to get them to gobble. I mean, them turkeys, I know at one point they were within 30 yards through the thicket, and I really had to lay on the hammer to get them to gobble, to respond to my calls. Mostly cutting, really loud, aggressive cutting was about the only thing that they would respond to. Thought I might be able to break one of the toms off from the group, but they all kind of hung together. I stayed persistent. I ended up getting on my hands and knees and crawling about 100 yards along that ridge. I got close enough again to hear that chest rattle when they gobbled, but they ended up working away, and I ran out of ridge to work with. So now we're kind of starting over the same exact place where we started from this morning, in hopes that all the turkey sign I saw in here is productive. There's a bunch of scratching, a bunch of feathers, and I get that they might be roosting in that area, but they also might be coming back through there too. If anything, I'll just sit and listen. Well, see you guys again if I can hear one gobble. I'm gonna check on this other spot that I heard some evening gobbling when I was scouting last week. So I think almost everybody's out of the woods, gonna go get them a biscuit. So I might have the woods all to myself. We're gonna get back in here and get back on this other ridge over here. And there's a ton of turkeys back in there. Just depends on if they're rolling to die or not. So we'll see. I'll get back with y'all if I hear gobbling. finally calmed down a little bit. This is without doubt the biggest bird I've ever shot in my life. Look at these hooks. Look at that. That is insane. I heard, look at this old boy, my gosh. Oh, man. I tell you what, today has been a battle. Today has been one of the hardest working turkey days that I've ever had. There were so many birds gobbling this morning. I got right up under one of them too. I could hear his chest roll. His chest was just rattling. I got into town about a month ago. Started doing my turkey scouting. Had a handful of them located. I'm almost certain this is the two boys I bumped when I came in here a couple days ago just scouting. It's been a tough day. It's been a tough week. I scouted so much this week for this opening day. I've never killed an opening day turkey. But there was a lot of people out this morning kind of just rolling around, and I figured once the pressure kind of went down, they might be moving a little more, especially with it being early season. And with it being early season, I figured they were going to have hens. I think I heard about a dozen hens this morning. I jumped up and had to crawl about 100 yards to another group of toms that wouldn't work this morning. Then I kind of regrouped, reassessed the situation. I sat up under that tree over there for about an hour and a half until I started hearing a hen yelp back behind me. And I was just mimicking her. I just do whatever she was doing, I was doing it louder. About 5 minutes later, this joker and his buddy come rolling up. They came over my right shoulder, so I crossed over left-handed. Thank goodness I switched to a red dot this year. I crossed over left-handed and shot him left-handed with that red dot. Man, they're so pretty. I have the utmost respect for Dave Owens and the Pinhoti Project and the way he conducts himself out in Turkey Woods. I'd like to see everybody do it, and I know it's not going to happen, but I like to see everybody do it. And to be able to go out and trick a wild turkey in his home bedroom on public land, no less, with somebody was in here this morning. I couldn't get to the spot this morning. Somebody was already in here. And to trick a wild turkey in his bedroom has got to be the most pure, godly thing I've ever seen in my life, ever been a part of in my life. So, with that being said, in honor of this turkey, and a tradition that I kind of learned from Dave Owens, we're going to smoke ourselves a cigar here. We're just going to be still. Let the woods wake back up after that long-beard XR rattled them a little bit. Such a pretty bird.